now. I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We reaching the top, we reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We reaching the top, we reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
The World of Outlaws are back at the fastest dirt half mile in America.
I'll lay it in on the bank and get the car planted and pretty well run flat out around it.
We've already logged a couple laps without lifting, so I think it's going to be a pretty intense race.
Hard to believe there's dirt from wall to wall on Bristol Motor Speedway.
All right, we want to welcome back everyone to the Bonehead Racing Rookie Series. We are here for race number 2 of the season. This is the first points race of the season, however. Other than that, we are here live on the Bonehead Racing Network. We do have we asked the drivers, and a lot of them liked the driver cameras. So we are doing the driver cams. You will see multiple people here doing it tonight. I'll give you a list of names. We'll have the number 75, Scott Mertz. Number 1, Vincent. The number 81, Tristan Newman. Number 3, Daniel Pretorius. The number 19, Matt Satan, or not Satan, sorry, Satin. For me, it's a little confusing. I gotta remember my name, Satin. That's his last name. If I am pronouncing it wrong, I do apologize. But other than that, yeah, confirmed people. Number 75, 181, 319. So we hope you guys enjoy that driver cam as much as these guys do. Scott Mertz was a test subject for that last race to see if people liked it, and we heard the feedback. A few of them did, and some people were like, I'm a little sketched on it, but it was okay. Mind you, these drivers are not mandatory to do so. This was given an option for the drivers that wanted to. The drivers that want to, they are more than welcome to do it. All you guys gotta do is have a webcam. Boom, you're on you're on the live stream basically. And I even told them, here's how it works. I jump into random set lobbies, click your camera, and go from there. Also tonight, the teams have been locked. I will give you the list of teams here real quick. These are the list of teams. Carnage Racing has number 32, David. Number 71, Aiden. Number 75, Scott. Number 77, Ben. SKM Esports. Number 1 of Vincent. 56 of Greg. Number 9 of Josh. Trexco Sim Sports. Number 20, Kurt. Honky Nation Racing. If I did say that team wrong, I do apologize. Number 81 of Tristan, sorry. Then we have Backmarker Racing, number 3 of Daniel. Then we have other people in team lobbies, such as the number 17 of Joshua, number 19 of Matt. And that's all that are in the Discord as of right now. We might have more join in later. I am not 100% sure. But they are getting ready to go out and qualify here at Daytona. And sadly, we will not be able to see them qualify, but we will be able to go over the grid. So you guys can find out where your driver is taking the grid at. And let me know, guys, who do you want to see out here win tonight? Do you want to see number 75, Scott Mertz? He's going to be trying to go back-to-back wins here. And mind you, this race is not an ordinary race where you just win and it's good. This race, you get a trophy. The trophy's not much, but a trophy is still a trophy, and you get that from this race for the Rookie 200. So since they are getting ready to go out and qualify, and we won't be able to see them go out and qualify, we're going to go ahead and call it good. We're going to switch over to some ads. Other than that, when they are getting ready to take the grid, we will be back. So remember, guys, let me know what driver you want to see win here tonight. Do you want to? I'll go over the drivers real quick. Do you want to see number 1 of Vincent, number 3 of Danny or Daniel, number 9 Josh, 13 will be. Sorry, I'm not 100% sure on what his first name is. Number 13 of Andy, number 17 of Joshua. I do believe that's his name. Let me double check. Yes, Joshua. Number 19 of Matt. Number 20, Kurt. 21 of Aaron. 23 of... Number 23. Give me a second, guys. I am having to look through stuff real quick. I'm going to have to wing it because my thing, it does not show their first name, however. So I'm going to have to look down the list. Of Steve. Number 23 is Steve. Number 24 of... Never Vincent. That's his last name. Well, we'll just go by numbers. If I don't know their first name, I do apologize. So we got number 28, 29, 32 of David. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to bother with this. We'll see you back on for the race grid.
rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The All-American 400 is underway.
Got to be careful. The bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
I do apologize for having to cut that out short. We are getting ready to grid here at Daytona International Speedway. We will be going through the race grid here real quick. So with that being said, now will be the time to find your driver, and not only that, but also root for your favorite driver. All right, we have in row 1, we have your pole sitter, number 75 of Scott Mertz, and on the outside of him will be the number 89 of Mitch Hobbs. Sorry. Then in row 2, we have the number 21 of Aaron Shacklet. Then we have the number 19 of Matt Satin, if that is how you pronounce your last name, Matt. Let me know once we have a chance to talk. Starting in row 3, we have the number 52 of Paul Sheldon, and the number 32 of David Eastman. If that is how you properly pronounce it, I am hoping that is. And then behind them, we have number 66 of Kevin Thrift, and number 77 of Bennett McMicking. Behind them, we have the number 23 of Stefan Vrooman. And on his outside, we have the number 95 of Bradley Bitts. Right behind them, on the inside line, we have the number 91 of Cody Mullen. And the number 80 of Jeff Day. Then behind those guys, we have number 44 of Max Bryant. And number 87 of Jonah Eastby? That's a tongue twister right there for me. Then right behind that, we have the number 1 of Vincent Goosey. And number 71 of Aiden McConaughey. Then behind them, we have the number 81 of Tristan Newman, and the number 29 of Garrett Vitton. Right behind them, we have the number 96 of Dylan Butler, and number 41 of Mark G. Dingman. And right behind them, we have the number 13 of Andy Bregnitz. I can't say that last name. It's Alright, so we see the pace car is rolling here tonight. Scott Mertz will be your leader coming to the green flag. He is the 2020 BHR rookie champion, and right behind him, we already have someone here rooting for the number 21. He's starting in the 3rd position. That's not a bad position to start here at Daytona with. We do have a lot of trucks taking the field here tonight. I can confirm it is 20 plus cars. I want to make sure the driver cam is all good to go. Yes, it is. We are great to go with the Chevys, Fords, and Toyotas. Pace cars are getting ready to take that hard left turn on the pit road off of turn 4. And we're going to get this season underway for the 2021 point season. Remember, guys, these guys are racing for a trophy. They're gonna race for this trophy, and the winner coming out on top will receive that trophy. As pace cars getting ready to pull off, Scott Mertz is waiting for that green flag to come out. Green flag's out in the air. Scott Mertz will take the first lap here at Daytona for the kickoff of the season. As number 89 was going to look inside, but Scott was there. As they're going to drag race down into turn number 1. Number 21 of Aaron is going to get on that rear bumper of Scott Mertz And here comes the 19 of Matt. He's going to get on that rear bumper of the number 89 machine. As it looks like Scott Merce, he's having a little bit of trouble on the inside lane, but here they come out, turn 2. As we have 2 people diving off onto the apron. It looks like they're going to be playing a little bit of strategy here tonight. As number 19 is looking a little bit to that outside corner panel. You do not want to be there this early on the race. These guys are driving like it's the last lap, but it is not. Here comes Scott Merce through the trial. Is he going to lead the first lap? Here comes the 89. Who's going to get it for the first lap? It looks like it'll be Scott Merce. Scott Merce got him really close. It was really close. As Mitchell will, I do believe that's Mitch. Sorry, not Mitchell. Mitch will look to take that lead away from Scott Merce. However, that will not happen. Scott Merce is still going to be your race leader as he has the help from the number 21 of Aaron Shacklitz. As everyone just seems to be comfortable staying single file. And we see a little bit of weaving back there as with the number 71 of Aiden McConaughey. Everyone is relaxed, chill. They know this is going to be a long night. Long race, 80 laps. This is not no shootout. The shootout was 35 laps, I do believe. If I am wrong, I do apologize on that. But I'm 100% sure it was 35 laps. As Mitch looks inside and goes right in front of Scott Mertz. We have a new leader, number 89 of Mitch Hobbs. As number 19 is on that outside lane, he's going to try to sneak up there and take that first place. We're going to go ahead and go for the first driver cam of tonight. We're going to go down here to Scott Mertz. Scott Mertz, actually, we're not going to go to Scott Mertz. We're going to, since you guys saw enough of him, we're going to go to a different driver. We're going to go ahead and take over, let's see here, number 81 of Tristan Newman. We're going to go ahead over here to Tristan Newman. We're going to pop him out as boom. As we have a wreck, we will not go to that camera right away. We were not able to get that driver cam, so we will have to wait on that. We're going to go back to the replay and see what happened there. So we're going to go ahead and go back. As it looks like, oh, I'm going to have to find the... it looks like the number 19 came down on the number 75 a little bit, unless he might have got a little bit of help. We're going to go ahead and rewind a little bit further. Yeah, no. Maybe. No, he did not get any help. He just came down number 75, Scott Merce, and it just went from there. That'll be a fast repair for some of these guys, as, yeah, everyone seemed... We had a few guys get through that. So everyone that got caught up will be number 19, 95, 23, 81, and number 75, of course. Yeah, that's just how racing goes sometimes. Luckily, these guys have 2 fast repairs. Some of these guys are going to have to use 1. And if you use 1, then that's kind of a problem. But it looks like Scott Mertz, he might have to use 1. He doesn't have too much front end damage, so he might be okay without having to use a fast repair. Scott Mertz's engine, I think, just blew up. We're going to have to take a quick peek here. Yeah, I do believe Scott Mertz then just blew up on us. So we're going to go ahead and pull in someone. We'll go ahead and pull in Aiden. No, not Aiden. As we have a few cars coming down pit road, we're going to see who else is coming down pit road. Who's all in here? Let's go ahead and pull in Greg. Hey, Greg, got a copy?
Who's that?
It is the Bonehead Racing Network, my guy.
What's up, brother?
So, with the first caution out of the night, how's that going to affect your guys' strategy since you guys are all trying to work together?
We're gonna let them pile them up, and then hopefully stick around at the end and steal the win.
So, you have two other teammates, Vincent and Josh. Are you guys trying to stick at the back, or are you guys going to try to work together a lot more than a lot of these other guys, or are you just going to try to play it safe throughout the whole race?
Well, we're staying in the back here so we can stay together, and hopefully it gives us the strength and the strategy here at the end to be around to push to the front.
Well, that being said, since you and Josh are actually work buddies, how does it feel knowing that you have a work buddy racing with you?
Oh, it's amazing. We work well together and bounce ideas off each other, and support each other during our races, and it makes it fun and competitive, and more like a family affair.
Well, with that being said, we're going to let you go since you guys should be coming to London Green maybe. We wish you luck, and hopefully we'll pull you in for a top 3 interview.
All right, thanks very much, and I hope everybody's enjoying the show.
Thank you. All right, you heard straight from Greg right there. They're playing the safe game. As we're going to go ahead and go over here to number 89. He is your race leader as of right now. He will be waiting for that pace car to take that hard left turn. As everyone, you can see, some of these guys have damage. They know there's only 2 fast fares. They're going to save that to the end. So we might see a few cars up here. Not a whole lot. These guys want to play it safe, play it smart. They want to have a chance to go for that win. Because I know we got a few people in here for the number 1 car. We got some people in here for the 21. As we're going to go over here to number 3. As number 3 has not taken the track. We're going to announce for a few laps, and then we're going to go to a BHR, crank it up. And if hopefully there's no wreck during the crank it up, because these guys are going to race hard coming through the final laps. Pace car is off. That's number 89, waits for the green flag. Green flag goes back in the air. As we see a few guys trying to make some moves, as they might be going 3 wide. No, they are not going 3 wide. As a number 66 is all over that bumper of the 52 machine. As we're going to go a little bit on board here with the number 89. As number 52 will take the lead away from the number 89 with the 66 health. As they all jump down to the inside lane. There goes Ben. He jumps down in front of the number 89. We're going to watch these guys for a little bit, see what they do, as Ben has a little bit of rear end damage. As Ben gets a little bump in the turn for the number 89. That is not the smartest move you want to do here at Daytona. You do not want to bump in that turn. If you bump in that turn, that could end up causing a wreck, and we do not want to see a wreck this early in the race. As we're going to go ahead and do a good old crank it up here in the next lap as everyone starts single file out a little bit. As number 21 is in pit road, but your current leader is number 52. As everyone is starting to draft out, get single file, they're going to race it smart, take it easy. As we're going to go ahead and do that BHR, crank it up. going to do it for the BHR. Crank it up. I do apologize for that. As we see them going 3 wide right now off of turn number 4. That was a bit risky here as number 52 is still your race leader. As everyone else is just scrambling for position right behind all of them, but they know this race is going to be a nice and long one. No need to make risky moves. Already had 1 wreck, no problemo. Everyone is relaxed, just know they got time. That's all they need to know. They have plenty of time to make moves, to have strategy, to do what they got to do to get that win. As we do have a few cars on the lap down in front of these guys, as we will see a few lapped cars will work together with them. As we're going to go back here to Scott Mertz. We're going to go ahead and go take his driver cam for a second. As Scott Mertz is trying to work together with these guys. As I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. So as we got Scott Mertz right here, he is taking it relaxed. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the display capture on his, so you guys could see him a little bit better. There's Scott Mertz right there. We're going to go ahead and go on his onboard. As you guys could see a little bit what he's having to go through. He's having to play a little bit of strategy. He's sticking back here in the back. He, as we saw, he got caught up in that first wreck, but he is relaxed back here. He has 3 other teammates. 3 of them are all the way up there as of right now. As we got 2 cars down below. A little bit of bumper hurt goes on as caution flag will come out as everyone starts scattering around as Scott gets caught up a little bit. If he keeps it off the wall, there he goes. As Scott Mertz just has a little bit of rear end damage. Not quite sure what caused that, but we're going to go ahead and go back here to this camera. See what exactly happened there. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. It looks like it might have been a little bit of bumper hook, which very well could have been. Scott Mertz does not need to use that other fast repair. We're going to go ahead and go take a look. It was part of the number 52. Number 52 got caught up in it. We're going to go ahead and go take a look. Ah, no, it wasn't part of the 52. It was way up there. As we're going to go ahead and take a look. Yeah, Ben came down on number 89. He might have thought he was clear, but obviously he wasn't. He came down on number 89's right front. That did it in for Ben. He's going to have to get the penalty there. It looks like, yeah, just a little bit of contact. So we're going to go ahead and go over to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here in a second. Let me make sure I have something ready to go. We'll go ahead and do the Nashville Fairgrounds since you guys weren't able to see the rest of it. So we're going to go ahead and do an ad, and we'll be right back in.
The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The All-American 400 is underway.
Got to be careful. The bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
as we are back here at the Bonehead Racing Rookie Series once again. If you guys did enjoy the series so far, let me know. As we see a few people didn't really make the grid. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but your current leader is the number 89. As what on my screen is showing the 89 as your race leader, as everyone else seems to be scattering up a little bit, unless if that could have been the caution flag, because we're going to see this time by as we see number 44 coming down pit road, as your leader is number 23. As we see number 71 there, he's pulling up. Give me a quick second, guys. Sorry about that. Scott did not give number 27 the end of line penalty for causing the caution. I gotta make sure I keep these admins in line, if you know what I mean. But we're getting ready to see the green flag come out once again here at Daytona. As we see a few trucks back there, they're coming back up around. As we see the number 19 is back up here towards the lead, and number 87 is on the outside of the number 23. These guys got to take it easy. We're only on lap 18 out of 80. We do not need this much aggressive racing going on right now. As we did do a little bit of a crank it up. Hopefully this time by we'll see some green flag laps we put in here. As pace car is pulling off as we speak. 23 is waiting for that green flag. Green flag's out in the air once again here at Daytona. As we see the number 87 goes up towards that wall a little bit. He scratched it, but obviously that wasn't enough to really do anything. As we see that number 89, he's already darting it 3 wide. No, he's sticking it 2 wide. As we see a bunch of cars back there, they know they got some fast pairs, and they don't need their fast pair right away. As we're going to go back here to Scott Mertz, as we see a few cars scattered down below. I do believe that is part of Greg's strategy, as he did mention. As we're going to go back here, as we see a little bit of swerving going on here, coming off of turn number 4, as we see that number 87 truck all over that rear bumper of the 89. As the 87 blinks out a lot. Where's he going to come? As he is right there in front of number 71 of Aiden McConaughey. That is not a good place to be blinking in and out of. Especially here at Daytona. You do not want to blink in and out like that here at Daytona, because you can get bumper hooked easily for blinking in and out. As we see the number 19 making a charge to the front. As number 19 will now become your race leader off of turn number 3, now coming into turn number 4. As, yes, he will become your race leader this time by the line. As number 87 blinks out once again, as Aiden's having to check up a lot. As number 19 will lead this lap, as the number 87 is back all over the rear bumper of the 89. As we see a few trucks back there. I do believe that is Scott Mertz and Ben. Yes, Scott Mertz and Ben McMicking. They're working together a little bit back there, as your leader, number 19 of Matt Satin, or Siton, or I'm going to have to ask him how he says his last name. As it looks like number 89 has a lot of help from the 87. As 87 is still over that rear bumper. I don't think he should be pushing in the corner. As they're coming back off of turn number 4. We're on board here a little bit as number 89 will take the lead. Or will Matt fight back on the inside line? No. Number 89 will lead that lap. As we do have a lap truck coming up here. As I do believe that might be the number. Let me figure it out. I gotta go to my special timing score. Well, it's not saying here, but oh well. As they are wrecking mid-pack. As no caution. I do believe they did save it. No, they did not. As we're going to go back here as... No, they did save it. That was a good save. There was no need for a caution, but a caution was thrown. No one should be held responsible for this incident. It was just... Well, actually, we're going to go take a look and see what all caused this, as it came from the 89. As... Yeah, the number 87 was all over that rear bumper. Actually, no! The number 23 came up on the 87 a little bit, and that's what caused the 87 to... Or not 87, the 89 to go around a little bit. But they did manage to save it, so that's a good save on the 23 and 89's part. They did a great job saving that truck. And that is actually a really good save, if I have to say so myself, because you can't really do that here at Daytona or Talladega. It's just not logical for that to happen, as leader is number 87. We're going to go back here and take a look at a driver, see if we can't pull someone in, since we are live here at Daytona. I want to welcome everyone here, all the 17 watchers. If you guys do have a driver, let me know. I was going to go ahead and pull in the number 71 of Ian McConaughey. Actually, we're going to pull in the number 77. Hey, Ben, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
So, with green flag pit stops starting to happen a little bit, and with everything happened with the fantastic save that the 89 and 23 did, how's that playing into strategy?
Some people are pitting now trying to top off, but there's only a certain amount of fuel the truck can hold, so we're trying to see if we can get a long run, and we'll probably do some later green flag pit stops. That's what our team's thinking. And then we'll see if we can get a jump ahead of the field.
In which, with Ian McConaughey being up there in 5th, 4th?
Yeah, something like that.
So, are you guys trying to work your way up there, or are you just going to let him do his thing? You're going to stick with Scott towards the back a little bit?
I'm trying to hang out with Scott because it was starting to get a little bit sketchy in the front, and I don't want to get caught up in a wreck because we want to save as much time as possible when it comes to fast repairs, because both me and Scott only have one, so we have to keep our fast repair for last possible second.
With anything else going on, we do see you have a little bit of rear end damage. Obviously, it's not too much to affect the truck. Same with Scott. And Aiden hasn't really been caught up in a wreck yet, has he?
No, he's actually been really good with his avoidance. Hopefully, we'll see what happens at crunch time. If he's still in the front, we'll work our way up and we see if we can become a duo, and we'll see if we can get up to the lead.
So, with the strategy, with hopefully having a green flag pit stop, with some of these guys pitting, do you think that's going to play a little bit of a factor or something?
I don't think I think the people who just pit will have to pit again. I don't think we have enough fuel to run to the whole way to the end.
Well, it's 80 laps, and these trucks don't really hold more than like 40 laps, but...
Yeah, they only hold about 18 gallons.
Well, since you guys are getting ready to go green, hopefully, we don't have another wreck here in the next 20 laps.
Hopefully.
All right, we're going to head and move you back down there.
Thank you.
All right, you heard from Ben himself. They're going to play a little bit of strategy. Going to try to play a little bit of green flag pit stops, hopefully. As we're going to go up here to number 19. He is your race leader, as everyone else back there, they're trying to race a little bit, as number 96 seems to not be on the track. Mind you, we do have 20 plus cars. And we are short a few admins, so if you see the screen go black every now and then, just know I'm having to do a little bit of admin duty and all that. But one of our admins are sick. The other one's computer is not working properly right now, so kind of a little bit of a struggle. But we see number 71 of Aiden McConaughey. He's on the outside lane of the number 19. As we're going to go back here, since we have someone rooting for the number 1 truck, he's all the way back here with some of his teammates. But it's not too many teammates. As you see, some of his teammates are above him, but he was caught up a little bit. But he will make his way back up. It's part of the strategy they have come up with as the pace car's getting ready to take that hard left turn on the pit lane. We see the number 71 of Aiden McConaughey right on the outside. Number 19 is waiting for that green flag. He's going to have to help him. Number 91. Green flag's back out in the air. As we see Matt, he's going to go back down. We're going to go ahead and go all the way down here to Matt, since he is here tonight. Let's go ahead and pop in there. We'll see how focused this guy is. He is obviously dedicated to be pretty focused here at Daytona. I'm going to get the side-by-side cam up. I'm going to go ahead and go to his cockpit. You guys see, as Aiden McConaughey does make a move a little bit. And I'm going to have to go right there with that driver cam. As Aiden McConaughey has the help of number 66. As Aiden is just going to turn, stay up there on the outside lane. He's not going to jump down in front of number 19. But we can see Matt right there. He's having to, he's going to have to worry about the number 19 as we see how focused Matt is. Because Daytona does take a lot of focus, just like any other plate track. I'm going to go back over here to the TV mixed. I'm going to go back right there. We hope you guys did enjoy seeing Matt. We'll be back down. Hopefully for crank it up. Get a little more camera time there. As, yeah, we see the pack breaking off. A little bit of a 5-car pack up here. As everyone else right behind him, they're just relaxing. As we're going to go back here behind, I'm not sure what number that is. He's driving number 88. So that'll be number 32 of David. He's back here with his pack. No, he's not. Sorry. Number 89 has a little bit of help from this little rear pack. As everyone else, they're just staying single file. They know there's a lot of race. There's going to be a lot of give and take. Next week, we're going to Michigan. Some people class Michigan as a super speedway. It's 2 miles. So it is in the super speedway class, but you won't see pack racing like this. As we have a little bit of contact, not too much. No caution will come out for that. As we're going to go back up here to number 19. As everyone is fine. It was a little bit of a... and there goes number 89. Caution will most likely come out for that. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened there. As we're going to go ahead and go to his onboard. As I think, well, folks, I hate to be that one guy, but that was 100% intentional. And unfortunately for drivers that do that, we do have a league rule. If you are an intentional driver, you are done. You get a protest from iRacing, or you get a protest sent to iRacing, and you will not be allowed back in this league. So we'll be going to the black screen, and I will be seeing what happened, or I will be taking care of this to make sure he is not racing for the rest of the night. Alright, as we are back. As I've said, that is 100% uncalled for. There is no reason whatsoever to be doing that. But as we do have some cars coming down pit lane, it looks like we got a few not green flag pit stops. We are at the almost halfway. Actually, we're pretty much past the halfway. No, we're about 10 laps away from the halfway point. We're down to 50 laps to go. As we see that Ben and the 44 and all of them come down pit road. Ben was the second one off pit road. Yeah, that's uncalled for. 100% uncalled for. It is completely childish, if you ask me, to intentionally wreck yourself like that. Obviously, the number 20, not the number 24, it was number 88. The number 88, that's just ridiculous. I feel bad for that number 88. He was doing good. He was up there towards the front. He was having a good race, and something like that happens. That is uncalled for. And we will be giving the number 88 his laps back because, honestly, if he's out of fast repairs, I wish I could give him a fast repair to be back out there because there is no reason whatsoever you should wreck someone like that. That is just straight up dirty. As we are getting the 1 to green signal this time by, we're going to have to stop focusing on number 88. Jeff Day, if you are watching this, I do apologize. I apologize as a league host from that, and there is no reason that number 89 should have done that to you. As much as I don't want to protest people like that, it's got to happen. You got to learn your lesson. You got to move on. The number 89, he's a good racer. He is a good racer. Don't get me wrong on that. But his actions are just uncalled for. For those that do iRacing, and if you've been intentionally wrecked, you know how it feels. You want to go out there and wreck that guy. That's what you want to do. But you can't. Because if you wreck him, you get protested, you get banned for a week or something. Sometimes people get banned for months. I've had my fair share of that. I've been banned from iRacing for a week, and I've had a 3-month voice chat suspension. And honestly, I've learned from that. I have learned to move on and not worry about that. But still a lot of racers, still a lot of good guys. As we're going to go ahead and over here. That's number 88. He's back out there. I want to tell my admin, give him his lap back. Next caution comes out. As Matt, he will be your race leader once again here at Daytona. Pace car pulls off. Matt's waiting for the green flag. Green flag's back out in the air. As we see Matt, he's getting a little help from the number 81. As number 71 of Aiden, he's on the outside lane with the number 91. As everyone is starting to scatter a little bit. They're starting to go a little bit single file. They're starting to work out a little bit as we have a little bit of teammate work on the outside lane with the number 71 to the number 75. In the middle of them, it is the number 32 of David. He's working with them as well. And we're going to go back here to Ben McNicking, which I do believe he is towards the back here. He did pit. I do believe he might have got a speeding penalty or something to cause him to go all the way back there. As we see, number 81, he has a little bit of rear end damage. That's not going to do too much. As we see them rushing out of turn number 4, they're all single file as they should be. That's how they should be right now. Should be a little bit of single file, a little bit of double file. They should be having some fun. 48 laps to go. And honestly, race winner. As caution comes out once again. I am not 100% sure what happened there. As we had a crash in the tri-oval. As Ben came down a little bit and bumper hooked the number 88. The number 88 just hasn't had good luck here right now. As that might be not too bad of damage. As we saw the number 95, he just got loose on that apron, I do believe. No, he didn't. He got a little bit of help from the rear end. Yeah, number 52 he's going to need a little bit of a repair. Number 88, I don't think so. Number 95 came back up into the 52. As we see two SKM Esport team guys get caught up in that wreck. Number 9 and number 56. As they have a little bit of engine damage, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and look and see who did what. Which I'm pretty sure we got a few guys out here. We're gonna take out their fast repair. Some of these guys still have 2 fast repairs. That's not the end of the world. But if it is the end of the world for them, then you gotta feel bad for these guys a little bit. A lot of these guys, they've been waiting for this point season to start. It started. Next week we're off to Michigan, and hopefully Michigan's a lot cleaner than these play tracks. Because I know these play tracks, you're always on that rear bumper of those guys. There's not much time to check up. There's not a lot of room to be made. Stuff like this happens. But I will be going down to tell Scott to give number 88 his wave rounds if he is still here. I'm going to go take a quick little peek. Yes, the number 88 is still here. I want to tell Scott to give him after pit road cycle. All right, as we are back, we are getting a little bit of word saying that number 89's thing froze and all that, but honestly, we're gonna take it seriously. We're gonna hold off that punishment for a little bit, and I'm gonna get the admin team, and we're all gonna look at that replay. If it's clear that his thing froze and his wheel jammed up and went hard right, then that's a whole different story. But if it's clearly intentional, then he knows the consequences. But I will be telling Scott that as well real quick, so as we are on the one to go signal. All right, I just talked to Scott a little bit. I told him if he needs to delay the cautions, he could delay it. If not, we're gonna go ahead. I guess we're gonna go ahead and go back to green flag racing. I told Scott to go ahead and give people their wave rounds, but obviously he's a little bit busy. As we will have some wave rounds going out. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's got to go on down here because I'm being summoned by one of my lead guys. They're gonna want to talk to me for a second, so I will be right back. Alright, so obviously we do have some wave rounds going out for the 88s. And the 21 again? No, the 21 is still lapped down, so I guess he will have to get some wave rounds. But we are going to go ahead and go back to the black screen. I'm going to delay the caution myself, get them their waves, and then we should be good to go for green flag again. Alright, as wave rounds have been given out. I get that, man, I get that. Honestly, with these play tracks, it's a little difficult to try to get some green flag runs because people are always on their rear ends. But nonetheless, still racing, but it's just at a slow, you could say. Okay, I think the 21 just got an extra wave round. Just give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm not so sure what's going on right now, but according to my stuff, looks like everyone is still on the lead lap as a 28. Where is the 20? Why is he on the lead lap? What? No, why is he a lap ahead of everybody? Confusion? As 19 should be your leader. We're going to focus on the 19 as the 28 was apparently your race leader, as he has gone down pit road to go get his what's it called, his pit stop. Couldn't word myself there for a second. At least he's number 87 jumped down to the apron. I do believe he is going to the back. We're going to play a little bit of strategy here coming into the turn. We're going to go ahead and go watch him, because you got to watch out for these banks, because if he tries to get up there on the bank, he will spin himself out, which that's the last thing we want to have happen. As number 19 is your race leader once again. As we see number 21 is back in 20th, or yeah, 20th. As we're 3 wide on the tri-oval, here comes Aiden McConaughey with Ben McMicking right behind him. As number 81 is put in the sucker hole right there. As they're going up a little bit, up and down. Nothing too bad. As now they're wrecking, as Aiden gets caught up in the first wreck of the night. Well, we're going to go back here and take a quick little peek, see what happened here. As it looks like it might have been... It looks like they might have tried to go a little bit of 4 wide maybe. As yeah, it looks like the 91 came up because the 24 back down there was coming up a little bit because he saw it coming, but obviously it wasn't enough and they just all piled up. So I will be right back after this quick ad. We're back. I had to talk to my admin for a second, see what the deal was. Well, he's got everything under control. As everyone starts coming down here at pit road, take tires, fuel, everything they need. Tristan Newman is being shown as your race leader, but it is not him as your race leader. Just gotta look around here to find him. Is it number 19 still? No, it is not. It's the number 44. Number 44 will be your race leader, as we do have a wave around coming on the outside lane. As we said, number 87 is blinking out a lot. But hey, I never thought we would talk about the number 88 a little bit. For those that are just tuning in, he got put in the wall by the number 89, which we're going to be reviewing that incident closely at this point. Because he is saying that his screen blacked out. I'm not 100% sure how much that is true, but we're going to look at every angle possible, take as many sides as we can, and then make our final decision, because we need to agree all on one thing, and if we don't agree, then we got to keep going until we agree. as number 44 will be your race leader. Coming back around to the green flag, as we do have some cars on pit road still. We should see them come out of turn number 2. That's number 2. We will go up here to number 44 as we see the number 87. He is laying back a little bit. He should tighten it up a little bit because I think he might be having a little bit of connection problems. As we see one of the SKM drivers coming out of turn 2 on the backstretch, and another one. We still got a few cars back there as they're getting ready to take the green flag. Once again here tonight for 37 laps to go. It'll be 36 at the line. These guys know it's getting closer and closer to that window where you got to use your stuff. You got to get up there. You got to have fun and hopefully not use that last fast repair because some of these guys, they're already out. They're either already out or they are saving like no tomorrow for that fast repair as the pace car pulls off once again. Green flag comes out as we see number 44. He is going for it. It's number 87. He ain't blinking yet, but I think he's going to try to let the fast cars go as the 44 is getting a big gap from that number 88. As here comes that number 88 to the inside. He's going to help out the number 44. As 23, 19, 24, they're all on the inside lane trying to get going. As we see number 87, he's a little bit squirrely up there. But he's making a charge on the outside lane with the help of the number 21 and the 81 machine. As number 88 looks like he is trying to hold that line perfectly as number 44 is coming out turn number 4. With the 87 on his outside lane. With only 3 trucks on the outside, there are more trucks to the inside. As we see more trucks going outside, 87 will take the lead away from the 44 of that lap as he will stick to the outside lane in front. And for those that don't know what we're doing here, the yellow line rule is in effect. You cannot pass below that yellow line unless if you are forced down below the yellow line. As we see them going a little bit of 3 wide right now, putting the number 87 in the middle. That's not going to work out too well. Coming into turn 3 as the number 87 gets a little bit of door action on the number 88, but he'll fall back in line on the outside lane with the number 81 as number 21 has taken the lead away from the number 44 as the 44 is trying to help out the number 21, and the number 81 on the outside lane looks like he is going to take the lead away from number 21 as he dives down to the inside. Number 87 tried to follow, but he was not clear. As there are more cars to the inside lane once again here at Daytona with 34 laps to go. Number 81 has clear view. We're going to go ahead and go down there and go for his driver camera here for a little bit. And hopefully his driver camera is pretty good. As we're going to go boom, boom. And all right, his driver camera should be good to go. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the driver cam as we can see the number 81 of number 1 of Tristan Newman. We're going to go ahead and go to his gearbox so you guys can see a little bit of what's going on there. As you can see, he is focused trying to keep everyone behind him, but he has give and take. He knows this isn't the end of the race. With 33 laps to go, some of these guys will have to do green flag pit stops once again because these trucks, they don't hold much fuel. As you heard from Ben, they hold about 18 gallons, and that's good for 30 or so laps, 30, 40 laps. So some of these guys might think they're good, but some of these guys will be shy of fuel. And I think number 81 did stay out of last caution. As we see the number 87 up there, he is blinking in and out as everyone is single file right behind him. As we're going to go over here to number 21. As we're going to go back here to the live race. If Tristan's watching, welcome, bud. You're on the big screen. As we're going to go ahead and go back over here to our little chat. With with number 21 just chilling right behind number 81. Not much can go wrong as we are going to go right over here. We're going to go to TV Mix. We're going to stick with the 21. The 21, he is currently in second place. You can get that run on the outside lane with second place. But we're coming down to 30 laps to go. Everyone is single filed, as we do have a few cars still back there. I'm going to go back here as we see the SKM guys. They're all working together. They're chilling way back there. That could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. Because the way that things are looking, there might not be another caution. These guys might finish it under green as we're back up here to the front with your race leaders. And since we didn't have a good crank it up, the people that are watching, go ahead and crank it up. We're going to go ahead and have some fun here. Alright, that's going to do it for our crank it up for right now. We might do one more. I do see a comment down there. As we see someone pull off a little bit. Was that the number 75 of Scott Merce, or was that someone else? No, that was number 32. Number 32 pulls off a little bit. It seems like he's trying to save a little bit of fast repairs. He's getting out of the way of the lead lap cars because he knows they're faster than him. And which I'm going to go back to the number 87. The reason why he's rushing in and out so much, it could be internet, it could be CPU, it could be a number of things. However, that as long as he knows what he's doing, he should be fine. As we see a little bit of contact there between the 24 and 19. And it seems like it's not too bad, but I do believe we're going to see some green flag pit stops here in a few laps, probably around the 20 to go mark, since these guys know this race could go green the rest of the way. As no one's making some serious moves, they're all just filing in single file, as we do have the 41, 81, 21, 44, and 88. That is your top 5 cars currently. Yeah, everyone's chilling single file. we're going to go ahead and go over here to another driver cam so you guys could get a feel of what's going on. We're going to go ahead and get over here to the number 1 of Vincent so you guys can see what's going on over here with him. So we know we got a few drivers, we got a few people rooting for that number 1. And honestly, I would not mind seeing that kid pull off a win here tonight. We're going to go over to the driver cam. I got to get everything set up real quick. And there we go. There he is on your live camera. As we do see, his phone is a little bit sideways. Unfortunately, he does not know that. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to chill with this camera. As he's working together with the number 56 and 9, they're all teammates for SKM Motorsports. Or, sorry, SKM Esports, not Motorsports. As we're going to go ahead and do another driver cam right here in a second. We're going to go over here to the number 75 of Scott Merz. We haven't shown much of him tonight. So we're going to go ahead and do that since he is here as he is given the okay signal. As unfortunately I did not have that camera up, but there we go. There he is right there, number 75 of Scott Mertz. As now he is looking at the camera still. As we're going to go over here to Scott Mertz as he's working together with the number 77 and 71, as he does have help from the 95 right behind him of Bradley Bitts, as they're falling back, hoping that those top guys will wreck up there. But we're down to 24 laps to go. He is focused. He is trying to get back up there, as he has Ben McNicking. I think Ben has one fast pair left because it doesn't look like there's too much damage to that front nose, but there is definitely some damage. As the number 87 is trying to help the number 71 on the outside lane, as Aiden will strand the number 78 or 87 up there, but looks like Scott Merce, he's having a little bit of fun chilling back there. But we're going to go back over here to the live race and run. And just remind you guys, only top 3 get interviewed. We're going to go back up here to the leaders as they are double filed. They're getting a little risky up here. With 23 laps to go, they're getting ready to take 22. If 22 laps come around, we might see some 3-wide racing once again. As number 81 will take the lead that lap. We still have a few cars still left in this race. We're going to go ahead and see if the 91 is still in. No, he is not. So we are down to 20 cars. Still a pretty big field, if you know what I mean. As the 41 is trying to fight back on that inside. Everyone is darting to that inside. You'll start seeing some moves being made. As the 41 gets down below that apron a little bit, you don't want to do that too much. The 41 does have help from that 44. He did lead that lap with 44 in second place. Not much of number 21, but he is still there on that outside lane. He's going to help that number 81 as much as he can, but with all those cars going to the inside lane, I don't know that's going to be enough. If they lock bumpers going on the backstretch or on towards the front stretch a little bit, then they might be able to get back up there. But with 20 laps to go at the line, it's going to be close. I'm telling you this now. As they have wreck in front, we have one flipping. Everyone piles in a little bit as the number 29 gets collected in. Caution is out at the 20 to go mark. We're going to go ahead and go back here and take a look and see what happened there. As we're going to go ahead and slow it down. We're going to go over here to the number 81 of Tristan Newman. Obviously, something happened there. not 100% sure on what happened, but something did happen. It looked like, nothing really happened there. It was just a little bit of net code from the 88. If you guys didn't see it, I'll go back once again, and we will go from the chopper view. As, yeah, the 88 came up a little bit, and then net code strikes on the 81 because 88 knew he wasn't clear, but he tried to go back down to the inside lane a little bit, but that obviously was enough, and net code took over. And that just shot the number 44 in the sky. As we're going to go ahead and look at what happened here, as he went hard into that outside wall, as he starts barrel rolling over the field. He goes over the 21, over the 19, which I'm pretty sure that was like a oh crap moments for that number 19 truck. As we're going to go ahead and go on board with that 19 in real time and see what exactly it was like to see that from his point of view. As he got turned as well, but obviously let's go back and see what happened there, because I'm not 100% sure on what caused him to turn. As, oh, come on, Aaron. Come on. No hard feelings, Aaron. That was just post-race. It might have been netcode as well. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. And, no, he just came up on him. I guess he didn't know he was that close to the inside lane. But we're going to go ahead and go down here to the number 19, obviously. Obviously, there's going to be some hard feelings with that crew, but we're going to go ahead and go over here to the number 19 and see what's going on with him. And we're going to go ahead and interview him a little bit. Hey, Matt, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, we saw what happened there. We saw the number 44 fly over your car, in which the wreck happened right in front of you. So what's going through your head right there?
I was just hoping to avoid it, not have to come down pit road and use my last fast repair. So now I got to sit out for about 17 laps and hope I'm not caught up in another one.
Well, with 18 laps to go, you were up there for a little bit, and then you got turned by a 21 at the end there. I'm not sure what happened there, but... So with your strategy coming into play a little bit, what's going through your head?
Well, just hopefully be there at the end. I thought the 21 had went in the infield, so I come down to avoid what was going on up above me, and he was there, and I just kind of went across his nose. That was my bad.
So, how many guys stayed out? How many do you think are going to have to pit again for fuel?
This late, with as many cautions as there been, I think everybody could probably make it to the end if they pitted this time.
All that being said, we're going to go ahead and let you go get your strategy figured out once again, and hopefully we don't see you in that last wreck. That could end you for the night. If it's just a simple spin, just shake it off. But if it's bad enough, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I just went ahead and took my fast repair just in case there was some damage that might slow me down. I mean, it is the last part of the race, so.
Well, we're going to let you go and wish you luck, and hopefully we pull you in for a top 3 interview.
All right, man. Enjoy the race.
All right, you heard straight from Matt himself. As they're getting ready to double up once again, your lead car will not. If I can find him. It'll be number 23. He's going to hold back a little bit. We got 17 laps to go. Everyone is stacking up once again. As we're going to go ahead and go back here to number 81, as I do believe number 81 is done for tonight. I think he used his last fast repair. As we do see some trucks coming out of turn number 2. Some of the SKM eSport guys. There's the number 44. He came back out. We still got quite a few cars in here. It ain't over just yet. Few cars are a lap down, few are 2 laps down. And it looks like everyone's going to stack up once again. This is where strategy will come in play. If the race goes green the rest of the way, some of these guys might not be good on fuel. Some of them might be good on fuel. Some of them might not be. This is where the real strategy comes into play, because you get that run off of turn 4 and snatch the victory. As pace car is pulling off this time by, the number 23 is going to wait for that green flag. Pace car is off. Green flag's back in the air once again here at Daytona. The number 23 is going off, hopefully, with that number 41. As the number 24 looks to the inside a little bit, as the number 71 of Aiden McConaughey is pushing that number 24. Will the 41 look to the outside? No, he will not. He will stick to the inside lane with that number 23, as we see a little bit of stack up going on. Now he looks to the outside lane with the number 24, with Aiden McConaughey trying to help there, as the number 77, Ben McNicken, is right behind the number 71 machine, as we see number 95 dive down to the inside lane. He's going to let everyone go by, as the number 24 jumps the inside lane with the number 41. They are your new race leaders, as number 71 and 77 are looking for some help on the outside lane, but I don't know if that help will come. As the 24 might be looking for a round, might not be. They are working together a little bit. As the 71 is the outside lane of that number 24. Number 41 is your race leader. Going into turn number 1. As the number 24 is a little squirrely. They're going to start side drafting a little bit. 15 to go. 14 at the line. We're coming down to the almost 10 to go mark. I wouldn't be surprised if we see people start being more aggressive right now. As Max Bryant, he is 3 laps down. I do believe the number 81 is done here for the night. We'll go over here. Yes, he looks like to be done for the night. They're coming out of turn number 4. The number 71 is looking outside lane. The 24 came up. Almost bumper hooks the number 77 and caused the big one. Which the big one hasn't really happened yet. Which I'm kind of expecting to see come down to the final laps before we see that big one. In which it might not be the big one. It might be the huge one. It could take up the whole field. It could take up some of the field. Heck, it could take up the rest of the field. As Aiden McConaughey is your race leader as of right now, as that 41 is fighting back on that inside lane. More trucks, they get a little bit squirrely as they are wrecking behind. Scott Mercer collected. A lot of people get collected up in that wreck. 4 cars seem to walk away as the 21 turns the 41. I'm not sure what happened there. Good lord. But we will go over here. We will go back to the wreck and see what happened. And it seems like a few people got caught up in that wreck. We're going to go to the shopper view, as it was just a bad block by Aiden at the start. Aiden got turned. He saved it in front of everyone, as everyone else behind him checks up, as number 88 no, the 80 had really nowhere to go. He couldn't check up, as the 24 gets hit from behind, collects the 20, 75, as 19, he gets collected a little bit. He has a little bit of front end damage, nothing too major, as everyone else looks like to get collected up behind him. A whole number of cars. Number 1 got collected, number 29, 56. And after that, I'm not 100% sure on who got collected in what. But we will go back here to race leader of Aiden McConaughey, as the 41 seemed to get a little bit, as I've said to these guys pre-race, don't make yourself be the first guy to get the punishment, because after this race, we do hand out punishments for next week's race, and you do not want to be a part of that. But however, racing is racing. You will have that from time to time. You will have guys get collected. You will have guys get wrecked out. And as much as I hate seeing this happen to people, it just happens. Not much you can do. It's Daytona. Like, I get it. Daytona's a play track. There's going to be a lot of strategy. There's going to be a lot of everything. Some people won't like it. Some people will. It's mass mayhem, to be honest with you. I'm going to go back here to the 88 as he is still in the race. He has a pretty clean truck for being caught up in so many wrecks, but with that being said, as I told them, you can't judge this whole thing off of super speedways. Once we go to the tracks that are 2 mile to a mile and a half to short tracks, that's where the real strategy comes into play. As we'll most likely be getting the one to go signal this time by for 11 laps to go. We should be taking the green on 10. As yes, the green flag will come out next time by, as the 71 and 77 are up in the lead pack with the 21 right behind them. As don't get me wrong, we do have quite a few drivers here that are new, but a lot of stuff happens. That's all there is to say about it. See the green flag come out once again here in a second as they're getting ready to come off of turn number 4. Looks like Ben's going to hold back a little bit, but he should get up there with the pace car, so you chill there with Aiden, as they are working their way off of turn 4. Yes, they are off turn 4. Pace starts ready to make that hard dive on the pit road. As Aiden's waiting to see the green flag. Green flag comes back out once again. As Aiden's getting no help from the 21 that much. As Ben looks to the inside lane. Starts helping Aiden out a little bit. As Aiden is looking to sweep the Daytona week. Or both Daytona races. As everyone is starting to scramble for position. Trying to make their way up there once again. As we see the number... I do believe the 32 is still in it. As, yeah, the 32 is still in it. He got his fast repair. Ben and Aiden are working their way through the front as we see number 21 of, I had a brain fart, Aaron trying to hang out with them a little bit. As we see number 19 of Max, as we heard, he has no more fast repairs. As here comes an 88 of Jeff. He's looking to work his way through here. As yes, Jeff will lead that lap at the line. As Aiden does have competition now. He is on the. He has to worry about that number 88 machine because he's getting help from the number 9 on the SKM team as they are piling up a little bit as the number 95 is in the wall. That's not going to do it. Caution will come out once again. As people start piling up once again. That was a decent amount of cars, I do believe. Like I said, people are trying to get a little more ballsy with these final coming laps. As we saw the 21, he got below the apron a little bit. That's what happens when you get below the apron that much, it gets your truck unhappy and wants to make you spin out. He saved it luckily, but then the 95 got collected. The number 87 made too much of a hard turn to the left and collected in the number 32 of David. And then he got collected number 28 with a little bit of net code. Collected the 75 a little bit and the number 20. To be honest, that's just a racing incident. There was not much you could have done to prevent that. He came down onto the apron a little bit, got the truck squirrely. But luckily, this is what Aiden wants to see. He wants to see a little bit of cautions, but not too many. Because when we get in the green-white checkered phase, then these guys only have 5 green-white checkers to make their moves. I do see some guys coming out pit lane. As I think that's Scott's night. I think he is done for the night because I did see smoke coming out of his truck. It sucks. I hate it. It sucks for Scott. He had such a good race. But he's not the only one out. I do believe the 32 is out as well. Same with the 87. No, the 87 is still in this. He's still out of fast repair, so I'm not 100% sure who's all in pit lane still. Because Scott Mertz, he is done. Same with the 32. 24 is also done here tonight. You gotta hate it for those guys because some of these guys were having a good race. Some of them were having not such a good race. But nonetheless, stuff happens. As Scott will be the admin in the sky now since he is unfortunately out of the race. It's not the way he wanted to end his night, and I get that. I wouldn't want to end my night like that either. But it's just part of racing. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you even get wrecked out. As we are getting the 1 green signal this time by. As we started this race with, from what I'm seeing, 29 cars. And we are down to 18 that are still connected on pit road. But of those, well, since they're pretty much out, we are down to 15 cars in total that are still racing. As you can see, their strategies are starting to come into play because some of these guys saved their fast repairs for this moment. But if I was in these guys' shoes, I would just look forward for this race to be over and for next week for us going to Michigan. Because honestly, the more non-super speedway tracks that, from what I've seen, that we go to are a lot better than these play tracks. Because play tracks, you're going to have wrecks. That's a given. But the normal tracks, not so much. As the pace car's getting ready to dive off, as Aiden has his teammate right behind him in number 77, and pace car will pull off this time. Yes, it will. It'll be 5 to go at the line. Green flag's back out in the air. Aiden has the help from his teammates, as the number 88 doesn't really have any help whatsoever. As here comes the number 9 truck trying to help him out a little bit, as the number 19 is way back there, as Aiden gets a huge gap in front. As they come back around, it'll be 4 to go at the line. People will start making moves. It'll start becoming aggressive. As Aiden blocks high, will the number 9 help him? No, not number 9, number 88. As Aiden goes in turn number 3, he's going to block that outside lane as number 88 is clear. He's good to come down. As number 88 is going to stay on the outside lane. As he gets put in the wall, as they're wrecking behind him. As a green-white checkered will take effect as multiple cars get caught up once again. Caution flag should be coming out. There it is. As it seems like Aiden might be a little bit low on fuel, as people are. That's what I meant by it was going to get a little more spicy. People were making more moves. They were trying to get more risky, as that will collect a handful of cars. As the number 19 will get collected, that probably ended his night, as multiple cars did get collected once again. That was a good chunk of the field. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of cars come down pit road to try to repair that damage. As number 71 still your leader, we're going to go ahead and take another look. He did block. That's what happens when you're doing this kind of stuff. When it's go time, you gotta go. You can't just hold back. You gotta go. Because if you don't go, then what's going to happen? Are you gonna just sit around, wait for the green flag to come back out once again? Because we do have some cars on pit lane. Once again, the number 87 and 20. Looks like the number 20 is out, and possibly the 87 as well, unless if the 87 doesn't have long fast repair. Because with iRacing, if you blow your engine, you have no fast repairs remaining. You gotta wait around for like 37 minutes or something. And even then, it doesn't fix the car. If you go back out there, it blows up. I guess we'll go ahead and pull an Aiden. Oh, that was my settings.
To be fair, that block on my end was justified.
Hey, Aiden.
But for the majority of the race, the blocks have not been justified.
Hey, Aiden, you got a coffee?
Yes, sir.
So we see you had a couple first place, and you threw a nasty block, I must say.
Nah. Well, I don't really think that it was quite a nasty block. I think that's not quite the way to put it. They tried to go low. I blocked low. They went high. I went relatively high. 88 acted like I was on his left front trying to put him into the wall, so he put himself into the wall. I don't really know what to say about that. I don't think it was too ambitious on my end.
But since now a green-white checkered is in effect, and we heard you shut the car off for a second. Are you running low on fuel?
A lot, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That's that. Yeah, that's a safe assumption.
So,
That
so are you gonna try to make it on fuel, or are you gonna just try to wing it on fuel?
I think I can make it. I think if I just stretch the truck out, if we don't have infinite green-white checkers, then I think that I'll be fine. I think more than one green-white checkered gets really risky, but I think I can handle one.
All right. Well, since you took the one to go signal, we're gonna ahead and let you go.
Alrighty.
All right. Heard straight from Aiden. He's running low on fuel. And if you're running low on fuel here at Daytona, if you run out in front of the pack, you better hope you ain't in the turn. Because if you're in that turn and you run out of fuel, there's only one of two things that will happen. You'll either spin in front of the whole field, or you will wreck yourself out. And hopefully, we do have a few cars that are still catching up to the field. But I do believe 8 cars will take the green flag. Yes, only 8 cars will take the green flag for this final stretch. Let us know if your guy is still in this race. Let us know, because remember, someone can pull a rabbit out of the hat and come from the back to the front. As the pace car is going to pull off this time by for a green-white checkered. As we do have some cars still catching up, as we see the number 56 of Gregory Snellbaker. As pace car is off, Aiden's looking for the green flag. Green flag's in the air once again. Aiden has no help from number 77 as the 41. Same with on the outside lane, as they are trying to make it back to the white flag. As the 41 is edged out in front of Aiden a little bit. Aiden has no help. He's going to fall back unless if that number 77 gets out a rear bumper, as everyone is going to the outside lane. As the outside lane has the momentum. That number 29 is trying to get through that a little bit. As the 41 jumps low, the momentum is on the outside lane. There's more trucks on the outside as they're getting ready to come to the white flag this time by. It is 4 and 4. As it is Toyota versus Chevy. Who's going to make it back around? White flag goes in the air this time by. 1 to go at the line. Number 41 edges out in front as Aiden is trying to push. He's going to probably wait till that turn number 4 to get that outside run. As he's looking a little bit high. No. As number 1 of Vincent, he's in 3rd place. As Aiden is throwing the block on the number 1. As Aiden gets put up on the outside lane with the help of the number 29. Who's going to break out of line? Who's going to try to make that last lap pass? As Aiden edges out just a little bit. That number 44 is the 44 versus the 71. Toyota versus Chevy. Number 1 pushes that number 41. As Vincent's not looking to the outside. There he goes. Vince is on the outside lane. He looks inside. As Vincent turns to 41. And who got it? It is showing Aiden McConaughey as the race winner. We will be going back at the replay to look to see who the official race winner is, because I do not know if my scoring is correct. I will be talking to the admin about it, see what's going on. All right, we have official word. Number 71 of Aiden McConaughey is the official race winner. It was done by .076. I am being told that is a close finish. We're gonna go ahead and go back a lap and see if we can't get a good view on how close this actually was. We're gonna. No, that's not a really good view. No, that's not a good one either. We're gonna go ahead and go to the chopper. Because obviously the 41 did get turned a little bit. He was playing the blocking game, and that's what happens at Daytona. As, yeah, Aiden did nudge out quite a bit from the 29. So yeah, Aiden is your official race winner. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to be right back with the top 3 interview.
It was interesting this morning to come out here and get on the track and look closely at how rubber was starting to kind of take to the track, you know, where there were ruts and spots that looked still like dirt, and other spots were super shiny and had a bluish tint.
We scanned this track twice because we needed to be able to measure the differences between the track before it's raced and after it's raced. With dirt track racing, the dynamics of the track change dramatically once it's raced on throughout the race. And by scanning it beforehand, we were able to gain a baseline that we're now able to compare with the scan from after the race. Take a look at the cushion, see where it's built up, see how deep it is, and try to figure out some of these variables that we'll have to account for when we create our digital representations of dirt racing and dirt tracks. Our associate producer, Kevin Einarelli, was actually quite the soldier, and he stayed here all night scanning so that we could get this second scan, because in the morning after the race, they ripped the track up. So the window that we have to collect that data is very limited. So thanks, Kevin. So we had a similar approach with the photography of this track that we had with the laser scan. We photographed it twice. So we were able to get in here right before the race started, right after all the trucks had finished running the track in, and take reference photography of the track. And then we returned today and took another set of reference photography, and we took photos of all the various elements that we need to account for: the cushion, the groove, the areas of the groove that have received rubber, and the apron. And we have a specific technique that we use to take these shots. We are using something called photogrammetry. What photogrammetry is essentially the science or a method which will allow us to take photographs and extract three-dimensionality from them using common elements between the photographs. And it's a great technique to create textures for our racing sim, and it's something we've been doing for a while, but it's especially helpful with dirt because of the three-dimensional characteristics of the dirt and the way it collects. So it's a really good technique, and it should result in a great looking racetrack.
A lot of what I'm seeing kind of confirms what we already believed and already knew and have already started working on. So, you know, my plan is to get together with Dave Kamer and get in detail about what's going on between the tire and the road, because the ruts seem to be a significant piece of the puzzle where the rubber shows up on top of the rut. So getting the tire grip correct on a track that has as much variation as a dirt track does is going to be key.
We know that every racetrack, every dirt racetrack is unique. Different soil compositions, different color, different types of grooves develop depending on the different types of cars. So this process that we've gone through this weekend is not going to be a one-off thing. We're going to do it again, increase our knowledge, and we'll take that knowledge home with us, and it will help us create a better version of these tracks in iRacing.
are back. We're going to start with the top 3 interview. We're going to start with your third place finisher, number 1 of Vincent. All right. He moved out. All right, we are here with the third place finisher here tonight of number 1 of Vincent. So
hello.
So Vincent, what was going through your head in finishing top 3? This for a top 3 finish here for the points opener, that's not too bad. So how was that for you?
I felt like it was pretty good, but I would not have gotten there if it wasn't for Josh and Greg. They told me what to do, and I just got to thank them for it. Getting points in the first race of the season is nice, especially with the new team. First race of the season, first race in this entire league. It's really nice to have a good top 3 finish.
So with that being said, since next week is Michigan, are you going either strong, or are you gonna get a lot of practice with your teammates, or like what's gonna go on?
I think I'm gonna get a lot of personal practice and stuff, because we had a whole plan going on that only super speedways were working together. That's just our ideas. But who knows? We could work out together. It always happens.
All right. Well, before we let you go here tonight, is there any sponsors, friends, family, anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad. They got me this iRacing rig.
I do believe your mic just cut out.
Oh, sorry. I want to say thanks to my mom and dad, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten this iRacing rig.
All right. Well, hopefully next week we pull you back in once again.
Okay.
All right. We're going to pull 1 second place finisher. Oops, wrong chat. All right, we're here with second place finisher, number 29 of Garrett. So Garrett,
hello.
Finishing second place here tonight at Daytona, finishing strong, and thankfully this race is finally over.
Tell me about it.
How does that feel in the point system?
Well, this is actually my first official league race in a NASCAR series. I run a GTE league too. And I pretty much just went around, sat in the back for most of the race, and then I ended up getting caught up in one of the wrecks around, I think, lap 55. And I had both my faster pairs left. I had gotten through that entire race pretty much clean.
I mean, to be fair, when wasn't there a wreck?
Yeah.
A lot of people got pissed off and stuff, but other than that, you finished second. You got up there because, from what I've seen, it looked like the number what's his number? 41. He tried blocking the number 1 a little bit and got turned. You took advantage on the outside of them.
Yeah, I thought I was going to finish 5th, and then he turned him, and I got by all of them. And I was really hoping to catch 71 and Aiden, but that didn't happen.
So going into next week into Michigan, how's that looking for you?
I've done some laps there in Xfinity. I haven't run a lot of truck there. So I'm going to be putting in some practice laps, or I'll just end up not putting in any practice and YOLOing it.
Well, before we let you go here tonight, is there any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Well, my girlfriend actually watched most of the race, and then she watched the last couple laps with her mom and dad, which was kind of weird. So I guess thanks to her. My dad just came downstairs, so I guess thanks to him too. He kind of helped me put together my rig, so.
Well, hopefully next week we pull you in for our top 3.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have a custom paint scheme then too.
Hopefully. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull in race winner. All right, so we're here with race winner number 71 of Aiden McConaughey, coming in sweeping the Daytona races. Aiden, my guy.
Yes, sir.
What was that finish?
It was pretty crazy, a lot crazier than I thought it was going to be. Got off to a solid restart, got way too far out front again. the guys all got really good runs on me. I tried to keep my teammate behind me as much as I could, but then second place tucked in on the inside and ruined that philosophy. And then I went to the outside to try and make a move on the backstretch for the win. Got some momentum heading into 3, lost it, slid back to 3rd, thought it was over, and then the one truck made a move to the inside of the leader who didn't give him any room, sent him around, and I believe we were 6 wide across the line, if I'm correct, so it was crazy.
All right, so the true question, what are your thoughts on this race?
Honest or nice?
Either.
I'm going to go with honest then. Dumpster fire inside of a train wreck, inside of a tornado. Way too many cautions, way too many aggressive moves early on. As Scott just said in general, 32 out of the 80 laps were caution filled. And I just think that we need to have a lot less super speedway action, because if you think back to some of the older seasons at a lot of the more intermediate tracks, we had some really good racing there. So I think that the super speedway races just typically aren't any good. So that was definitely one of them.
Oh, especially with super speedways being like this. There's expected to be cautions because there's going to be a lot of bumper hooks. There's going to be a lot of racing.
Oh yeah,
But
very close racing. Yep.
Since this race is finally over,
yeah,
we will be taking this race and improving it on when we go to Talladega. But since next week is Michigan, what is your focus on there?
As it proved last time I ran there, track position matters a lot. It's pretty hard to make passes. You just get freight trained. So just qualify really well and then get some teammates with me. That's the main goal for the race. And other than that, it's just kind of try and think of a good pit strategy, because I'm sure that we're going to have some relatively long green flag runs there that'll throw that into play. So I think that we'll definitely need to consider that, but just track position is the key focus at Michigan.
Other than that, do you want to thank any sponsors, family, friends, or anything like that?
Mountain Dew, Dale Juice. Great.
All right, well, we'll let you go, and hopefully we'll pull you in next week.
Alrighty.
All right, you heard there from Aiden McConaughey. There is a lot of improving that we are going to do on this league. However, next week we are here at Michigan. If you don't know what Michigan is, well, it's a 2-mile track based off of the real-life Michigan International Speedway. And hopefully there we have a lot more clean racing compared to these restrictor plate tracks, since these tracks do have a tendency to do bumper hooks. But until then, we will see you guys next time